Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into a concept from business law that is absolutely crucial for any entrepreneur to understand. We're talking about that invisible shield that separates your business from your personal life, and, more importantly, what it takes to shatter it. So let's just jump right in with a question that probably keeps a lot of business owners up at night. Imagine the worst happens and your company goes under. Is everything you own on the line? Can creditors really come after your home, your car, your personal savings? It's a terrifying thought, right? And the answer is, well, it's complicated. To figure out why it's complicated, we first need to get our heads around the amazing protection a company usually gives its owners. People often call this the corporate shield. Now, here's where things get a little weird, but it's super important. The moment you register a company, the law sees it as a juristic person. What does that mean? It means the company has its own legal identity. It's totally separate from you, the owner, the shareholder, and from the people running it, the directors. It can own stuff, sign contracts, and rack up debt all on its own. And that separate identity is what gives us one of the biggest perks of forming a company in the first place: limited liability. This is the key. As a shareholder, your risk is usually capped at whatever money you put in to buy your shares. If the whole thing goes belly up, that's all you lose. Your personal assets? They're supposed to be untouchable. Think of it like this. You've got this big, solid wall. On one side, you have everything to do with the company. Its debts, its rent, any lawsuits against it. And on the other side, that's your personal life, your savings, your family home, your car. That corporate structure is that wall, keeping the two worlds completely separate. But what happens when that wall isn't so solid? What if someone abuses that protection? Well, that's where we get to the heart of our explainer today, this idea of lifting or piercing the corporate veil. To really get what this means, let's take a quick trip back in time for a pretty cool analogy. Way back in ancient Rome, people believed that a bride's veil was more than just an accessory. It was a shield to protect her from evil spirits on her wedding day. Seriously, the veil was seen as this physical barrier, separating her from all the bad juju out there, keeping her safe until she was officially under her husband's protection. Believe it or not, a modern company offers a very similar, symbolic veil to its owners. It's not made of lace, obviously, but it's a legal principle that separates their personal finances from the company's mess, shielding them from financial harm. So, piercing the corporate veil is exactly what it sounds like. It's when a court decides to just rip right through that protective barrier. It's a huge deal. It means a judge is going to completely ignore the fact that the company is a separate person and hold the owners or directors personally responsible for the company's debts. Just like that, the shield is gone. Okay, so this sounds pretty extreme, right? When on earth would a court take such a drastic step? What kind of behavior makes a judge say, nope, we're breaking that shield? Yeah, courts don't take this lightly at all. The shield only breaks when there's serious wrongdoing going on. We're talking about things like outright fraud, dodging your legal responsibilities, or something the law calls an unconscionable abuse of the corporate structure, which basically means you're using the company as a total sham to rip people off. I know, this can all sound a bit abstract and full of legal speak, so let's make it crystal clear with a little case study to show you how this works in the real world. All right, so check this out. Meet Mr. X. He's a drug dealer, and he sets up a consulting company called Clean Slate. Catchy, right? He then starts dumping all his drug money into the company's bank account and cooks up a bunch of fake invoices to make it all look legit. But when the police start sniffing around, they find out the company is a complete ghost. No clients, no actual business. It's just a front for washing dirty money. This is a perfect example of unconscionable abuse. So what happens? Boom, the court pierces the veil. That shield vanishes into thin air, and now Mr. X himself is personally on the hook for any debts his fake company racked up, like the rent for its fancy office. The line between his money and the company's money has been completely erased. So, after all that, what's the big lesson here? What's the one thing you really need to take away from all this? Look, it really all boils down to this single, powerful idea. The corporate veil and the limited liability that comes with it is a privilege the law gives you. It is not an absolute right to do whatever you want and hide behind your company's name. It's all based on the assumption that you're going to run your business honestly. The moment you abuse that privilege to cheat or harm people, the law can and will take it away. And that really leaves us with this huge question, doesn't it? The whole point of a company is to encourage people to take risks and build things by offering them protection. But where do you draw the line? When does that protection stop being a legitimate shield and start becoming a tool for outright deception? That's a tricky question, and it's one that courts have to wrestle with every single day. Thanks for joining me.